Biggest takeaways for you from that first preseason game against the Panthers?
Well, I mean, beyond Shedeur Sanders playing reasonably well and making a couple of great throws, I mean, the biggest thing that I want to see in the first preseason game is, can you block? Can you tackle? And I thought the Browns were very effective, surprisingly effective, honestly, on both lines of scrimmage. I was impressed with their push, even with some of the Panthers ones in there. I liked the fact that the Browns were able to create some running lanes. That was a pleasant surprise, even with the twos. And then defensively, they put guys on the ground. The defensive line was very impressive. They were able to create pressure, clog up running lanes, and guys made tackles. And those are all things that they did not do well all the time last year. And given how the Browns are going to have to win football games, those are areas they are going to have to excel.
So I know you wrote an article for the Orange and Brown Report, the earned toughness approach to training camp. And I think it kind of goes into what we saw. Again, it's one preseason game. Do you think that's working, the whole mindset that Kevin Stefanski is trying to instill?
I mean, we won't know the full answer for a couple more weeks, but I think the early signs are promising. Obviously, last year, the Browns were not prepared, and there were some mitigating circumstances with injuries they were dealing with that sort of limited how they were practicing. But just how bad it went last year in terms of coming out of the gate, the injuries they incurred even as they tried to protect their guys, caused them to reevaluate the entire process. This year, some of it is a product of what this team needs to be successful. They need to be a great defense. They need to be able to run the ball. They need to be able to shorten games. They need to be able to play smart football, avoid turnovers, all those things. So they have played, practiced with a tougher mentality, more difficult practices, faster practices, and we're seeing more tackling than ever before in the Kevin Stefanski area. And the first preseason game suggested that it's working. Reports came out that the joint practices that the Browns were the more physical team in that first practice, that the Panthers weren't quite ready for full contact the way the Browns were. And then you saw it in the preseason game. I thought the Browns dictated the action throughout the game. In addition, the other element was, the Browns were trying to rep four quarterbacks. And granted, it's, a very small sample size of one game with one quarterback. But given, how much criticism we've heard about how the Browns are handling Shedeur Sanders, that they're sabotaging Shedeur Sanders, that somehow they drafted a kid and want him to fail only for him to go out and play really well, that suggests that that's working too. Now, all of this could go out the window if the Browns then get stomped by the Eagles this week, but at least it suggests that they're at least prepared physically for what's to come, and hopefully that continues.